This is a video response to Life in Decibel. He asked, have you ever ridden in the rain? And I'm actually just going to do a voiceover and use footage from the day the story actually happened. I've been caught out in the rain several times, and the first time it really kind of freaked me out, but since then I've gotten used to it. And now I don't really ride in the rain if I know it's going to rain, because I hate having soggy clothes and shoes. But if I'm out and it starts to rain, I just deal with it now. It doesn't really bother me so much. The worst time I got caught in the rain, though, was really bad. My friend Keith and I took a trip to Ocracoke. That's an island off the coast of North Carolina. On the day we were supposed to be returning, we got a late start, and we knew it was supposed to rain, but I wasn't really prepared for how bad the storm was going to be. I checked my iPhone right before we left North Carolina and saw that the storm stretched from Mississippi all the way to South Carolina. And it started to rain right as we crossed into South Carolina. I was determined to get home because I promised my daughter I'd be home that evening. And when it first started to rain, it wasn't really a big deal, but it got harder and I got really wet. My boots were full of water and I could feel it oozing around inside them, and my gloves were soaked. The only dry place on me was my crotch, and it seemed to stay that way as long as I kept the speed up, so I tried to keep from going slow, but then we hit rush hour traffic and had to slow down. So then I was just soaked from head to toe. It rained from the time we entered South Carolina all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. And when we got to Atlanta, we found a truck stop, and I went into this bathroom with dry clothes and my sneakers. And at this point, I was really pissed off and I just absolutely miserable. The trip was fun but disappointing at the same time. I didn't get any decent video footage, and I was planning to, record the whole trip and put it up on YouTube. And I didn't get to see most of the things I was excited about seeing. I wanted to see the Wright Brothers Museum in Kitty Hawk, which was nearby. And I wanted to spend a lot more time actually on the island of Ocracoke. We ended up spending about 30 minutes on the island because of ferry schedules that we had to keep. So I was pissed off and just disappointed and just wanted to go home and just wanted it to be over. So I went in the bathroom and changed, and I just didn't give a shit anymore. I threw away one of my favorite shirts and everything else that I was wearing at the time. I started to throw away my boots, but I went ahead and packed them up and brought them back. So we found a place to grab some dinner and warmed up a bit. And at this point it was nighttime and it was getting cold, and it was foggy because of the rain earlier. And the trucks and cars and stuff on the interstate were kicking up mist. It was really bad. The visibility was really low. And it got so cold that we were having to stop like every 2 or 3 interstate exits just to get off the bikes and warm up a bit. And at this point, I should have called it quits and got a hotel room somewhere or something, but I kept calling my daughter and telling her I wasn't going to be home when I last told her I was. I told her I'd be there by dinner time, and then I said bedtime, and then at bedtime I had to call her and tell her I wouldn't be home until the next morning. But I promised her I'd be home by morning before she got ready to go to school. So, I was really determined to be there. And we actually stopped at a convenience store right after we crossed the Alabama state line, and we took a quick nap sitting up against the wall out in front of this store because we were nearly falling asleep on the bikes. And my kids get up to get ready for school at about 6, and I walked to the door at about 5:45 and just passed out on the couch. Now after this trip, I decided I was never going to go on a long motorcycle trip again. I didn't even want to see my bike for like a week, and that was last May. But now, next month, I have another trip planned. Now looking back, the best part of the trip was probably the storm. It was horrible at the time, but it kind of gave me a real good sense of accomplishment, seeing what I was capable of enduring. And I don't know why, but I seem to thrive the most when things are going wrong, and I have some kind of huge obstacle to overcome. Otherwise, I think I just get bored. So, I've ridden in the rain. And I'm sure it's not the last time, but if I'm able to, I would like to avoid it on future trips. We came up with a new rule. We now plan 2 trips in opposite directions. And if rain is in the forecast for the main trip, we fall back and do the backup trip instead.